Well, it's another fun-filled day on beast mode on the road, but beast mode at base camp. Whee! All right. Well, today's adventure is going and fixing the Geo Metro's window. Thought there was a spider next to my leg. Ah, that sun, and it's so nasty and gross. So luckily enough, I taped it all so it wouldn't just like disintegrate on me. But trying to figure out what tools I'm going to need. I'm going to need a Phillips, a screwdriver to pop these off, and my tool to get down there and pop this off. Shouldn't be too bad. These just all come undone. I've got new clips if I need them, and this pops right off. But got to figure out what tools I absolutely need to bring, and then we got to drive down to Tennessee. It's going to be an hour away. Going to be past the hospital and all that where I was born. But let's get on the show. Welcome back. So we have been doing also a lot of work on the property down here. It's coming along. We're going to be moving the camper over here where the tent was. You can see it's all destroyed. Pulled all of our crap out and moved the tent, scraped the land, got my measuring out. So pretty much this is where the measuring tape is going to be. Will be where the camper is. I need to fix my log wall. We're going to take it down a notch since the wind keeps blowing them over and we're molding the trees to their shape. But I think it will look good. There's my other two solar panels I need to put on. I went and weed whacked the whole area to get rid of poison ivy. I know it'll come back, but I sprayed and I weed whacked, and the spray didn't look like it worked after 3 days, so I just went ahead and just weed whacked the whole ground and just like scuffed it all up. But we're coming along very nicely. So we're gonna put the camper here, obviously, and then where the camper is, I'm going to be bringing in another load of dirt so I can make the pad a little bit bigger and wider. We're going to make the where the canoe is and all my spare wood. This is going to be my pad. It's going to just come out as a big V right here, so it's a straight shot up to there. I'm going to probably make this area right here all gravel so I can park my camping or my tow trailer, and I'm gonna pull up these boards and pull up our stakes. So yep, might need to cut some of these logs down a little bit. This tree will be going with it all, so that will be taken out as soon as I move the camper because I don't want it to fall on it. And then this tree will need to go, and then we'll be pretty good. I think if I moved that tree and this tree, I would generally have sun in the morning during the summer on top of the RV, but not on the sides of backs, so it'll make it much cooler because it's already melting hot in the RV and it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. I did just open all the windows up, so it's not even breezy at all outside today. But that's pretty much it. So we'll show a little more when we get a little more done. Catch us back on the road. Another one of our plans for the future is putting up a white privacy fence going all the way across the front property here. So we have this spot and a gate right here going down to our spot, and we can have friends or anybody come and stay with us and park up here if we have friends. But we don't have any friends with RVs that follow us along, so maybe in the future they'll have a place, but for now it'll just be my parking lot for the cars. And there's Reggie. Nope, you stay up there, little dude. Oh,
he knows wait for me really well.
Wait. Jumps down.
Maybe he was just listening to me, I don't know.
Come on, let's go. Let's get back up in there.
Come on, Reg, back up.
You can back up. There you go. So let's head to Tennessee. Welcome back to the shit show we call our life. Now I have a knock in one of my cylinders and a vacuum leak or a clog somewhere. Now I'm waiting to get a compression test and find out which one it is. But looking at a complete engine rehaul, I'm going to probably end up having to replace some rod bearings and everything almost. So all the seals and gaskets. I don't mind it so much. It's real easy to take apart. It's only 100 pounds roughly, maybe 150, but just gotta make sure you don't break these off. They get real brittle after so long. But you can see where just oil has been just spraying from my belt. I'm not sure where it's exactly coming from other than the oil pan leak that runs over to the belt, I guess, and somehow it all just flies up and goes straight up into this area right here. So always something, always something. So now we're gonna have to sink a bunch of money into redoing the Metro. So I'm going to probably end up redoing a lot of stuff just to, while I have it apart, might as well just to do it, like a new clutch and new throw bushing and gear. I need to fix the AC, get it pumped and primed. Probably got dumped and replaced the evaporator, or the evaporator thing. Let's check our oil. Let's check our radiator fluid. So there's no oil in it. You can see right there, yeah. There's no oil floating up to the top. So there's not a head gasket problem. That's good. Maybe it's just a rod or a bearing, possibly a rocker. Damn it. But some people are saying the flywheel could even be cracked a little bit and causing that. I figured I'd have starting issues with that. I don't have any starting issues, but I do whenever I press the brake. It wants to die on me. So there's a vacuum problem that's definitely clogged somewhere. Supposed to be a vacuum line. Yeah, all these. And you can see it's just gross and nasty. So I'm sure it has gotten clogged with that and some good old carbon dioxide. Or carbon, whatever it is. Carbon buildup, yeah. That stuff, carbon dioxide, but whatever. So, we're going to be taking it apart. And doing some tests and figuring out where the issue is 100% before we just start replacing everything. Just in case it's like something really, really small and I just spent all this money for nothing. So we're going to make sure. But let me go get my keys and we'll start it up and I'll show you what it sounds like. But on the good better side though, I was able to find my driver's side window at the junkyard we went to. There is my old one. The tent is holding it on. Really wish I could repurpose that tent so I could have it match my other tent. But I'm gonna practice doing my own tent because I got stuff already for the RV I wanted to do, but I needed something to practice on because I don't have enough to mess with. So this will give me something to work on. I gotta open my trunk, and well, I guess there's no reason to pull out that glass yet, but it's back there. I found it, 50 bucks, only hour and a half away, so that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna start taking the door panel out and replacing it, at least so rain don't mess it up while it's gonna be repaired right here. So probably gonna put up my first up tent or put up something so I can work out here. I'm gonna have to get it jacked up pretty high. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but there's a lot of things I need to work on. Like I need to get a new one of those pinion gears or whatever that the steering goes into. It has a bit of a movement into it, so that's not good. But I'm gonna look up what a flywheel, cracked flywheel sounds like and determine whether it's gonna be my cylinder 1 or my flywheel. But with it revving up and getting worse, I don't think it'd be the flywheel. The flywheel's not moving. Maybe it is, I don't know. So things we need to check and diagnose. So damn it, at least we got tools here. But all my diagnosis tools are in my storage unit in Carson City, far as fuck away. So hopefully friends prevail and they've got one, so we'll let you know how it goes. All right, we're gonna go test to see if it is my flywheel or not. They said I can do check there and see if it's wobbling is a problem on that little crescent shaped piece of metal that's between it and the oil pan. But they also said if you push in your clutch and it gets quieter, it could be the problem. And mine gets louder when I press in the clutch, for sure. So we're gonna find out. So I don't hear anything. Less knocking whenever I hear it. So not my flywheel. Didn't think it would be, but son of a bitch. All right, so we have a knock and nobody's answering the door. Alrighty, safety glasses on, got a flashlight. We're gonna work a little bit through the night to see about the lower rod bearings on it, just to check. That's the easiest thing we can do right now. Oil had a little bit of metal in it, but not any big flakes, so it's just shaving. Hopefully not too terrible, but we're gonna check the bottom end and just go from there. So taking my oil pan off now. It's a pain in the butt, but it's easy, so we'll just get to it. I figured it out. My rod bearing is blown out on, I believe, cylinder number 1. If not, that's cylinder number 3. Either way, that one is wiggly. You can go up underside and touch it, and it just wiggles back and forth. It's kind of hard to get to for me right now, so we're gonna cut it for tonight and do a little bit more in the morning, so I don't get eaten alive by bugs right now. But at least a little bit to know about, so hopefully it won't be too terrible a fix. So we'll stay tuned. Bearings are not supposed to look like that. Yeah, that was in cylinder 3 or 1. I'm not 100% sure, but top one's not terrible, but this one got squished. So hopefully that was my problem that causes it to wiggle a little more than it's supposed to. But, so went up under this biatch and I'll show you. Sorry for the noise, but I got my fan on me. It's hot and humid in here, so I don't know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, there we go. there's my crank. It won't catch a fingernail, so I'm just gonna throw another bearing on it and call it a day. Well, on all 3 of them, because I noticed they all do wiggle when they're in a particular set position. So we'll just check them all and make sure they're not blown out. So yeah, I'm excited that it didn't tear it up too bad. So I also have to clean all this crap off and get a new belt, because this one's all worn and fuckery. But yep, getting it solved. So there's some more. There was my second, and then my third. Still looked alright. So this one's a little more grooved, and I'm hoping I can still make it work, but I'll have to go look up and see.